I appreciate everyone who came out here today. We're ready to start this presentation. I'm going to start off first, and then we'll do like the live foot detox and all that good stuff. Sound good? All right, I'm going to go into this thing. Before I get started, I'd like to ask my elders to have permission to speak. Yeah, they're not used to it, right? I'm asking my elders if I have permission to speak freely today. Dude, okay, we got one this folk up. They're like, what is he doing?
I don't know if your elder or not.
Yeah, that makes a good point, right?
I don't want to be out of order.
Right. Go by the oldest person in the room, they saying. Okay, well, my name is Doctah Copeland. She said some people call me Mr. B. And today what we have for the community is going to be talking about frequencies, the new health threat. It's just going to be some new stuff for a lot of your ears. Some of y'all might have heard of some of it. Some of you might not have, right? So let's go into this. You should not use this information, the place device for your physician, mental health related diagnosis, treatment, or other medical care provider. Just in case, I had this on YouTube and different things. I want them to say that I told y'all something, right? So, I'm not an herbalist. I tell people, because people ask me, what is you doing, man? What do you do? Okay, one of the things I'm not an herbalist, but I know some things about herbs. Also, I'm not a medical doctor, because I get that a lot. Are you a medical doctor? Nah, I don't do a medical doctor. I am a naturopathic consultant now. I consult people in their conditions and imbalances. I'm also what's called EAV technician. While the EAV technician is dealing with an energy medicine practitioner. I check for your energy blockages, what we call the meridian system that we have. I do not diagnose and treat, like I said a minute ago. I look for what's called cell millivolts in your body. Okay, to see if there's any type of disturbances or imbalances and stuff that's what we call low energy communication. Our cells run anywhere from 70 to 100 millivolts. When we start dropping below that, then we start looking at imbalances and sicknesses. We get down to like what's called 20 millivolts. And below, we're looking at cancer or even death. That's why people, when they're ready to die, it's like, that's it. Energy is gone, right? Now, these practices have been around since ancient times. It's not new, right? However, these people, they like to make sure they what's called be a scientist and dissect it, and they got to do what's called fact check it in so many ways. Turn it down some? Okay, I don't know what I mean. I might have turned it up when I do this video. We see how they go. Appreciate that. Okay, so like I said, they just discovered it, and they call it quantum physics. We pretty much call it metaphysics and stuff of that nature. It also goes into we got some people call it got sound therapy. We got entertainment when you're on TV and stuff. That's something that dealing with a certain energy, magnetation, or what we call magnetism. I'll be talking about in a minute. We also got Reiki. A lot of people know about. Got kinesiology, which is dealing with muscle testing. We got also what's called acupuncture. A lot of people have heard of that. Acupuncture is a form of what we call energy work. And what we're trying to do is realign the body's energy fields and having what's called in a certain balance. Okay? You've got cells, which equals your tissues. We're made of trillions of cells, which gives you your tissues, your organs that we deal with, your glands that they might say that's out of order, and your bones that might be all stiff and what have you. All that is really trillions of cells, okay? And most people mostly focus on the tissue. We like to deal as a holistic practitioner. I'm looking at your whole body, family. I'm not going to send you to a nose specialist. I'm not going to send you to a neck specialist or a foot specialist. Or, there have been specialists they send you to before you find out that they still don't know what's wrong with you. I know y'all don't had that before, right? So we have some cells produces our hormones as well as steroids and neurotransmitters throughout our body that communicate and tell the body what to do and how to do it a lot of times, okay? Excuse me. Trying to see what is this? Okay. Now, my picture like way up in the side there. I'm like, what in the world happened to my picture? But it's all good. Let's move forward. Okay, now what I was saying was sound therapy. Now this is what's called the ancient law. I used to have the original one, but I found this one. But it was a 7-string instrument that we used. Okay, and then we could put it over each. The 7 strings dealt with the 7 main organs in the body. Okay, and so we have also the alarm, or the 7-string instrument became known as the harp eventually, right? And then the harp became known as your piano that people play. Okay, let's move forward. So then we come today, like I said, to discuss about health and what's called the basics of bioenergetics. Okay, bio, which basically means the life or biology. If you ever in biology class, science class, where you dissecting frogs and different things of that nature. Let's deal with the biology part of the bio. When we say the words bio, the studies of life sciences, we deal with microorganisms. We also deal with cells. We don't understand. We got some people still walking around with masks and different things, not understanding that we are like walking bacteria. You know what I'm saying? So we also got energetic. The word energetic, which is dealing with the word energies, which is dealing with the protons, we deal with electrons, neutrons, and which also deals with what's called the spark of life. Or you got the situation with transducing. Now they're trying to make us transhuman. They're doing all types of transness going on, right? And we got the magnetism, as I was saying. Things that we magnetate to, things that catch, well, another word they use is catch our attention, okay? So it's part of magnetism, okay? Let's move forward. Let's start with the first element. I always like to talk about the first element that's on our planet. This bird, excuse me, that's dealing with health. A little scratchy. Might have to drink some water. See what it is. And that is water, family. Okay, water is very important when we're dealing with health, because we're dealing with rejuvenating your body. The first step is hydration, because a lot of people come to me like, yo, Doc, what kind of herbs do I take? The first thing I ask them is, first thing I'm gonna ask them, I'm like, how much water do you drink? And a lot of times they be like, well, I don't drink as much as I should. And so, I'm like, well, let's start with you drinking some water, because believe it or not, you get hydrated. A lot depends on what your situation is. A lot of your situations may be gone. This was drinking water, right? So, excuse me. Your body needs what's called purified water, or you can use ionized water, especially when you have a certain condition. Let me see what's it scratching me in my throat. That's good. Alright, let's move forward, family. Let's try this again. Okay, water also helps what's called activate our cellular energy, family. It also helps with your body weight. A lot of people, how do I lose weight? Well, maybe you need to increase your water in some cases. We gotta watch what type of water we drink. Because, excuse me, hold on a second. Some of this. You'll feel like dust in your throat. Don't put that in your throat before. That's what it feels like.
Hot water, public.
Is your water room temperature?
Yeah, I don't drink. Just feel like
Something got in it.
yeah, like salt, like dust or something going in my throat. But okay, let's move forward. Like I said, help activate our cellular energy. Also help maintain our healthy body weight. Something in the air. What is it? But we have people like I said, they say, I drink plenty of water. And I was asking them, well, what type of water do you drink? Well, they say bottled water. Thing about water, and some people drink water, they use like Crystal Light packages and different things, or carbonated water, calling that water. However, when you got, excuse me, something in the air, what? However, when you got carbonated water, different waters, as soon as it touch your tongue, your body registers it as food, family. What a lot of y'all may not know, a majority like these body waters you see right here is what's got like a pH, or what's called potential hydrogen, of a 3 or 4. That means it's very acid, just like you drinking a soda, right? So let's move forward. The question then becomes, what is acid and what is alkaline, right? Well, acid is like a battery, your car battery acid, okay? You ever heard put protection on because you get it on you, disintegrate, burn in your skin, burn a hole in your skin, so forth and so on. Same thing with your food, believe it or not, but on a different level. We got also what's called oxidize your body, like rusty old car. like this right here, got rusty metal. That's called when we say things are oxidizing your body, or it's causing free radicals in your body. Okay, what means you're rusting up your body in a sense, and your gook and your acid foods like attacking your cells, so to speak. Right? You want to have your cells nice and healthy, because as your body every day, as we talk right now, thousands of cells is dropping off your body and dying. But they replicate and bring in new cells. However, if you ain't eating healthy to make healthy new cells, then yeah, let's move forward. Okay, we got acid. Acid also dealing with hot. We're dealing with the light. We're dealing with heat, the summertime. Okay, we also mainly eat more alkaline foods during the spring, summer, and fall. Okay, and then we're going into now the alkaline seasons. That's what we're ready to go into now. And we're doing more antioxidants and help neutralize the acid that's been in our body actually all summer, right? This is my doing it because it helps flush the body of the waste that can be caused by the acid in the body. Helps the blood flow better with the oxygen. It's dealing with coolness. People say, "Well, I'm inflamed." Well, that means you probably acid versus alkaline. What's this right here? Down there right quick. Let's see what you got. Oh yeah, that thing that might hit.
Now that was lemon juice and a dash of cayenne pepper.
Okay.
All right, let's try this again. Okay, we're talking about alkaline right now. We're dealing with coolness, we're dealing with darkness, we're dealing with the nighttime, we're also dealing with the wintertime, right, fam? And wintertime, now we can consume a little bit more acid foods than what we would in the summertime, but here's the problem. A lot of us have been eating a lot of acid foods, ice cream all summer, different things, meats and different things all summer. We're supposed to be eating more alkaline foods. Now we in wintertime, what's the first thing they say? Anybody like to give a shot at it?
Okay.
We are now in flu season.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they say, right? Then you're getting sick, you're coughing and you're cacking, because your body's trying to expel all the waste of all that acid food. But if maybe we ate more alkaline during the summertime, right? You won't have to worry about coughing up so much acid foods in the wintertime when it's alkaline. Let's move forward. Okay, things that we call disease and sickness, like I'm just saying, go live off a high acid body, okay? And it causes of various different things like pain, okay? You got the flu-like symptoms, okay? We got deterioration of the bones, okay? We got diabetes that's going on in people's bodies. We got, like I just now said, inflammation, any type of itis, whether it be colitis, appendicitis, all these itises mean something that's inflamed, right? So what I just now said, inflamed means hot, means acid. What's the opposite of that? Alkaline, to cool it down. Okay, let's move forward. Like I said, high, low blood pressure you can have. We got a psychological condition. People walking around here half crazy because they're eating so much acid food, family. And then we got also, because of they're coming from their diet, also come from, like I said, dehydration. We also got stress, the way we be thinking and carrying on, and the environment that we in. Maybe be at work, maybe be at your home, or maybe be just the people that's outside of you, so to speak, could cause you to get sick, believe it or not. Let's move forward, family. We got what's called, like I said, once your body get once our body has what's called a proper pH, because we stay in more acid range, you're looking at being more sick, okay? But which deals with the potential hydrogen with the body, which gives it a better ability to start rejuvenating itself when it's more alkaline, okay, or balanced, okay, which would be about 6.8, around 7.5, like a neutral zone you want your body to be at, okay? Now, what is tough Newton? Okay, water, pretty much. We call it ancient time tough Newton, okay? Then you got wind, which is dealing with shoe, okay? Okay, now, water, we're gonna look at it. It's the compounds of H2O. 75% of our body, the earth, and everything is covered with this stuff. Like I said, our kidneys are 84% water. Our heart is about 80% water. Our brain, which is about 75 to 80% water. Our liver, which is about 86 to 90% water. Your skin, which is about 65 to 70% water. Your blood, which is about 85% water. Your bones is about 25% water. Your muscles that people be talking about, oh, my muscles. 75 to 80% water. Your lungs, 80% water. Your joints, I know everybody talking about the joint pains and carrying on, is 85% water. And your lymphatic system, which is about 95% water, is not from Kool-Aid, it's not from soda, it's not from, oh man, it's not from, what else people drinking? Tea, you name it. Anything besides water, okay? I ask people, if you look at yourself, especially y'all ladies, as a beautiful flower, right? Would you take and water your flowers with sodas? Okay, think about that. I'm just saying. I don't think it would last, fam. Okay. Your body is also, water is also what's called hydroelectric, which is a source for our cells, like I said, communication and firing power. It helps transport any nutrients throughout the body by the way of blood, family. And then we got a brain that uses up to 20% of you. What this means? Sitting around thinking all the time, worrying about something all the time, you burning up a lot of water in your body. So you need to replenish with some water. Yes, man, what you got? You got a question? Oh, okay, I thought she had a question. Okay, the proof she...
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, is there a way that we can measure our body's pH?
Yes, I do. I don't have it with me today, but yeah, I got pH slips. You got some?
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it is to urinate on it.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, I have pH slips, so I don't have it with me. That's what I do for clients as a testing. But yeah, it is what, huh? What you had real quick?
Do you think alkaline water is the better water to drink?
I'm kind of talk about it here in a second. So, yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, the thing is right here. We'll talk about it. Okay, improve skin, help with blood flow, help with ED if you have that going on, oxygen to your cells as well, help get oxygen more, lubricate them joints everybody talking about. Water also has memory. A lot of people saying you can do certain vibrations to it, sing to your water, give it affirmations, all that stuff, but however, I let people know, even though you're doing all that, it does not clean the contaminants in the water. Okay, we gotta keep that in mind, family. And if we do not filter our water, then guess what? Our kidneys will. You don't want to put no extra stress on your kidneys, family. Now, about your thing about the alkaline water. It depends. The body just needs clean water. So, and I tell people, you know, with a pinch of salt nowadays, we'll give you some extra electrolytes. But I sell like special filters that make sure it takes out parasites, chloride, all this stuff that your kidneys will have to filter out if you don't filter it out. Okay, alkaline water is good if you is going through a situation. But the thing about when you buy it from the store, it's got added ingredients. So you got to ask yourself, the water is supposed to have ingredients like that. Other than natural ingredients that's going to come from the earth or off the earth, okay? Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, because it all depends, but as far as buying it from the store, it all depends on what type you get, okay, with the alkaline water. Now, what I rock, which they done took it almost off the market, is the Himalayan alkaline 8.8, because it has electrolytes and minerals in it. Now, I've been doing that for umpteen years now, since they first came out with it, but it seems like when Shaq decided to take stock in it, and they realized it was helping people get better conditions, then they took it off the market. But you can make your own alkaline water with lemon and water or lime and water.
Yeah, you can do that as well, but it's not a constant thing throughout the day because lemons, you gotta brush your teeth on a regular because of acid content as well. It depends on the individual. And personally, I have an alkaline machine, so I deal with iron for it. So they changed the molecular structure and all that as well. And we'll change what we call the ORPs, which, I got a whole lecture I do on water, on what type of water should we drink. So, that should be for another day. How about that, my family? All right. After we get hydrated, we should need to look at our digestive system. Because these are some of the basic things when people talk about your health is bad, you need to go get an arm or a leg or something cut off. You know how they do, family. Cut off inside your body and carrying on. You might just need some of these basic things to fix the problem or get the problem in a better feeling, let's say that. Okay, let's move forward. So we got the colon can use up itself about a gallon of water. So it's not Kool-Aid, it's not soda, it's not coffee, it's not tea. Okay, water it takes it used to go through the process. Okay, all digestion begins. 40% of it begins in your mouth. Okay, you got what's called peplin. You can't really see it right there, huh? Which breaks down starch, and then you got linacol, lipids that you can't really see, and it breaks down fats. By chewing your food, family, properly, they suggested 25 to 50 times. I know. It'll be pretty tough there, family. You gotta pray, you gotta pay attention, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm chewing too fast. Okay? You gotta make sure you take your time with it. Why? Because your food gotta go through a 25, 30-foot tube. It's about the size of your thumb. Okay? 25, 30 feet, about way back there in the back right there, okay? So eating too late, not according to our circadian clock. We also got children up late, which I'll put up another lecture about, they staying up to what, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all giving them these snacks, y'all messing up their organs because of the simple fact they are still growing, they're still developing. And so their circadian clock is off, especially when they're eating at these times of the night. And then the next morning, or you're wondering what's wrong with them, why they acting a certain way in school, why the school calling you up, and all this. One, because they didn't get enough sleep. Let's start there. And even yourself, as grown people, we don't get enough sleep. We could be, like, what? Get out my face. Don't look at me right now, right? So imagine your little baby's going through that, right? Okay, eating proper organic foods versus eating a lot of processed, chemicalized, dead, acid foods. So a lot of people are eating this in the boxes and cans and different things, okay? Drinking liquids while eating affects the digestive juices, which means you're not digesting your food properly. So a lot of people I've seen, they be eating in one hand and be drinking something in the other. Y'all done seen that? Some of y'all might do it, huh? You gotta catch yourself, family. Either drink something 30 minutes to an hour before or 30 minutes to an hour after you eat, okay? Let's move forward. Okay, using cell phones while we eating as well. It's not good, family. Or not using the toilet within 4 to 6 hours after you eat. It's not pretty good. There's a lot of backed up going on waste here, which could cause eventually sickness. Because proper digestion, if you're digesting correctly, somebody cut this off. You digest it properly, then your body can absorb and utilize any type of nutrients and vitamins that it's supposed to be getting, and then it takes it, of course, exit the toxins out of the end, right, family? Okay, family. Alright, so body processes also several pounds of cellular waste, like I was just saying while I'm sitting here right now talking to you. The cells are falling off when you're burning. Then when you take a shower, you see all we call it ring around the tube and carrying on. That's your dead cells off your body. Stuff that's waste that's coming out of your body, okay? Now, even though, like I said, we get hydrated, we got a digestion working properly, everybody working out nowadays, say, hey, I'm a vegan and a vegetarian and all these other things. However, we got new health things. That's one of the things I'm going to bring to our communities about, called EMF, called electromagnetic frequencies or electromagnetic fields. Now, in the last 60 to 70 years, there's been an increase of sicknesses and what they call a dis-ease in the people's bodies, family. More dangerous than in modern times than it was about 100 years when they first came out, right? That's blocking out biological magnetic frequencies to the earth, what they call vivaxes. You can't really see that word, but okay. It's vivaxis, which is V-I-V-A-X-I-S, okay? Now, with that said, since the late 1800s, when they started coming with 1843, when they came out with the radio communications, putting up utility wires everywhere, okay, trying to connect people to things, right? It produces unnatural frequencies in our atmosphere. Nowadays, it's ranging anywhere from 0 to 300 gigahertz. Okay, the Earth itself has a harmonic Earth frequencies called the Shum resonance. Okay, and then the whole globe is pulsating between 7.83 hertz. Then depends on we have a solar flare or something, kind of knock it off, you can go up to 39 hertz. Okay, now the Earth pulsates, as I said, from 0 to 30 hertz. And this now tell you they all the way up to gigahertz. What is a hertz? Hertz is how many times something. So when they say 10 hertz, that's 10 times in 1 second something spins. Okay? When we start about gigahertz, we're looking at 1,000 times, like 1 gigahertz, 1,000 times within 1 second that something spins and hitting your body. Okay? So the Earth only go up to 30 hertz. So 30 spins within a second it hits. Okay, which is the same as our body vibrating at. You got the delta phase, well, we can't really see it, okay, which is 1 to 4 hertz. Okay, we got also the theta stage, which is 4 to 8 hertz. We got the alpha stage, which is 8 to 12 hertz. Then we got the beta stage, which we in right now, which is being wide awoke, alert, which is from 12 to 30 hertz, okay? Okay, as I was saying, we're electric beings that's constantly attracting electrical vibrations all around us and energy from the vivexis, which is the Earth and human connection. They got some other names, but it's all good. I'm just telling you how they scientifically call it, right? And that way you can go get your own information here. Okay, within our solar system that holds our sun in orbit, the sun has what's called plasma. What is our blood 80% made out of? Plasma, that's it, family. Okay, let's move forward. There's something to think about. Now, we got the planet Earth, that some people call Gaia. I'm saying that right. Gaia. I got it right there. Okay. Earth atmosphere is dominantly water molecules, family, having electrical ions. In other words, when you go outside, what you breathe in is mainly water. Okay, we're mainly inside of a water bubble. When you're born, what you in for about 9 months, you in water. Okay, you ain't inside of sodas, you're not inside of alcohol, well, some people might be. But, you know, you're not a cool lady, none of that, alright? So, that's why some people have various reactions and pains when it rains. They're like, man, when it rains, I'm like this, that, and third hurts. Those are them ions, and then your body's full of toxins and acid. So it's causing a reaction in your body. As I was just saying, the electrical charge and vibrations that's going on in your body when high ions from when it's raining, right? And if our body's full of toxins, like I said, the body's electrical signals is not signaling correctly because we, like I said, constipated, we got a lot of backed up waste and a lot of acid going on. Okay, it may cause what's called pain, and you may have symptoms that they call sicknesses or dis-ease. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, humming, I know people, right? Okay, chanting, okay. All they say is sending vibrations throughout our body, okay? Or healing, sometimes healing vibrations, depends on which hums and stuff you're doing, right? Okay, music, which hits our particular skin, our melanin skin that is, it's like a transducer that has receptors and everything. We also have what's called DNA fractal antennas. DNA fractal antennas takes in and connects with different things outside of energies, like I'm talking about now, outside of your body. It sends the signals through our brain. Okay, and in early 2009, we went from analog to digital. They took out the deep bass in music. Boom. Some of y'all may remember when they used to walk on drive through your neighborhood, the music used to go boom, boom, boom. And stuff get to shaking and stuff up on your feet. How many of y'all remember them days, right? Have you noticed? You haven't seen that, right? Even though people have the music up loud, but it ain't going boom, 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 boom. You get to shaking and shit, you're like, what in the world? Okay, that's because of the fact they went digital on us, family, and they took out the deep, what we call deep bass, because they know it affects our melanin different from effects that their skin. Okay, because it takes it. I'll show y'all in a minute. Okay, the plus, like I said, we're listening to a digital sound as well. We're not listening to what's called an analog sound, like one we had. Oh yeah, this is analog. It's more of an analog sound, more of a natural sound. Okay. Now we're dealing with more of a digital sound that they already got. Like I said, they set the frequencies around 30 hertz. Okay, this is what we call like a mid bass. So it ain't that real deep. Okay, family, let's move forward. Okay, when your body feel is a constant assault from, like I said, radio frequencies, microwave frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies, and from negative vibrations, from people we may be thinking, the environment that we're in, like I said, people, the diet that we may be eating, and EMF, and etc. Overwhelms the body and may cause fatigue, family. Depression, what am I, y'all? Depression carrying on all the damn time. Don't have no energy to do anything all the time. Well, it may be because it may be something you're thinking, people you're around, your environment, your diet, and too much electrical frequency, which can also throw off your hormonal issues. You also got, like I said, a bunch of pain and etc. A lot of people that deal with pain, some of it may be nothing but emotional pain. Okay, they got stuff trapped in them that they just haven't let go over 50, 30 years or whatever how long it's been. Okay, sometimes we got to release that pain. Moving right on, stress. People say, I'm stressed all the time. I'm just so stressed, my job's stressing. Okay, if you stress, family, then you probably gonna be lacking some zinc, which fuels about 90% of enzymes. We got magnesium, which deals with over 300 different biochemical processes in the body. So your body burning up that, right? Then you got your B vitamins that's burning up. Then when you cook your food, not eating it raw, then most likely, these they gone, because once you get over 100, 90-some degrees or so, you get some heat on these water-soluble vitamins, they gone. Okay? So you're still not getting all the vitamins and nutrients that you may think you're doing, especially when we cook our food. And eventually they cause, like I said, a dis-ease in the body due to our central nervous system is that constant abuse, family. EMF, like I was saying, with the electrical chemical senses of the nervous system. Okay, a lot of people also, you have things in your lower back. I don't know if y'all can see it from there, but a lot of people have stuff going on with their lower back, and a lot of that is coming from your intestine area. Okay, from being constipated and stuff like that. And like I said, when your nervous system is out, you're dealing with your senses. You're dealing with things that's trying to sort out things in your body as well as in your mind. It also stores information. I just said a minute ago, people have old thoughts and trauma that's stored in their body. Okay? And that's coming from your central nervous system as well. Okay? Okay, it uses messages that control every part of the function of the body, in our body right now. You got cerebral spinal fluid within the nervous system as well. And what it does, that's like I was saying, the brain itself uses up to 20% of water in your brain, right? So, especially if you have a lot of headaches all the time, spinal cords, a lot of people have a lot of back problems. Between L1 and L5, we can consider that your water reservoir. So that's why we tell you to drink more water. You kind of won't have as much back pain neither as well. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, we must also get ready for these very suspected spiritual encounters that have been going on. I know that you're like, what are you talking about? It's happening right now within our what's called global electric circuit. So around the earth, we got certain energy, electricals there. What do they say? As above, so is below or something like that? Yeah. So we deal with the electrical vibes or the global or the earth that's around the earth. We had one of the first things, actually January. Well, this is one of the things they talked about that y'all may know about. That's April the 8th. They had a big eclipse that happened, okay? And anybody been watching the weather patterns since April the 8th and watched the path that the eclipse went, you'll see that a lot of weather been going on within that path. Even the 2017 path. They saying it's saying that where that eclipse go, it's supposed to be like weather disasters and some other things. So I'm like, they might be right about that, family. Okay, then we had September the 8th, we had alignment going on with Earth, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. We had October the 8th, October the 2nd, that was this month. A lot of people talked about what's called the Ring of Fire eclipse. I don't know if any of y'all might have heard about that. Any of y'all heard that? I don't know. Some of y'all have, okay. Okay, a lot of people doing meditation, getting their body and mind straight, stones and breathing and burning sage and different things during this time, right? Then we have another planetary alignment that's getting ready to happen in a few more days. Then this dealing with the 4 gas planets. Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune with Earth and the Sun. It's been over 2,000 years since this type of alignment had happened, okay? It may cause a energetic effect on the Earth. And also we have by December the 13th, if y'all not familiar with that one, it's called the Galactic Cross. That's when Mars, Earth, and Venus gonna go one way. And then you got Jupiter, Earth, and Mercury going another way. It's gonna cause a cross in the sky. This may also cause this increase in earthquakes. You may see an increase in volcanoes. Actually, the volcano going on almost every day, but maybe some significant ones coming up. Then we got the Galactic Cross, which will affect also our electromagnetic field, and suspect to have what's called a high frequency atmosphere. Okay? And with that said, the energies will also affect, once again, our blood vessels that I was talking about. We also have a bioelectrical system that we have within our body, and also our brain, electrical network, our neurotransmitters in our head, okay, and our mood. You know, people might get moody, some people might get depressed, okay? So I'm just throwing it out there in this case you wonder why somebody's acting all strange and carrying on around that time, okay? Excuse me. We also have the solar flares is popping off. They just had some of the last, a few days ago. With the, they might have announced it on the news about there was an aurora that you might have seen all the way down to Texas. And okay, they were talking about this as a G3 storm, they might tell you, right? Or G4. Okay, that's dealing with the KP index. Because when it's a solar flare or something, you got what's called, excuse me, we call it the geomagnetic storm. You may have heart rate and fluctuation. You may could have a heart attack during this time. Your blood pressure could go up. Somebody could have a seizure all of a sudden. Okay, a migraine headache. Somebody might go through a lot of anxiety, stress, and irritability. Even people may be high on the suicide risk side of things. And then you got the cosmic ray risk, which deals with also is central with the stroking your head. You're looking at anxiety again, suicide risk even higher. And then we deal with the old solar flare. When that says that flare-ups and migraines, you can mess with your digestive system, your skin conditions. You may